Hi, thanks for joining me and Duke for this practice today. This week's practice is one that I did in the studio this week and people enjoyed it, but it was labeled as not easy. I believe the words vigorous and refreshed come to mind as we wrapped up class. There may have been some swearing though, not just from me. All right, so because we're only going to spend about 30-ish minutes on this class today, you can make it as intense or not as you want it to be. So let's jump right in. We're going to start in a nice big child's pose. So go ahead and find your way to child's pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Arms can be by your side. You can do whatever you want with your head and your hands. So finding your way to child's pose, you can do whatever you want with your head and your hands and just melting over the mat. We're going to start in a ladder style, so we're going to build on the poses, and then eventually we're just going to flow through the whole sequence. All right, let's go ahead and find our way to a downward facing dog. So maybe you pedal it out, taking a few minutes just to come into your practice. And then go ahead and lift your right leg, look between the hands, press the left heel down into the mat, and then scoop that right leg forward in between the hands and lower the left knee to the mat. Reach the right arms all the way up, taking a nice big low lunge. So in this lunge, you're really trying to stretch the bottom of the front leg and the front or the top of the back leg. And maybe look up. Nice. Both hands come down either side of that front foot, and then we're just going to lift the left knee, step forward, left foot meets right at the top of the mat, forward fold. Right into the other side. Go ahead and plant the hands, step back with the right leg, right knee comes to the mat, stacking the knee right over the ankle on the left foot, reach the arms all the way up for that nice low lunge. So you have options here. You don't have to reach the hands all the way up to the sky. You can bring them to your hips and use your hands to kind of swivel the hips forward and down towards the mat. Maybe bring the arms back up, look up. Both hands come down either side of that front foot, step forward, forward fold. Feet can be wide on this one. So maybe a fist distance in between the feet, bending the knees if you're still a little tight. And then from here, taking a nice half lift. So finding a flat back. So press down through the heels, lift the head away from the butt, look down at the mat. And then fold. Go ahead and step back with the right foot and then the left foot, finding your way to a nice high plank. So hands are right underneath the shoulders, big toes maybe touch. You can keep them a little bit wider if you need a wider base here. There's nothing wrong with that. We're just going to ripple through the spine. So articulating through all the vertebrae, lifting the tailbone up and back, rounding through the upper back as you find your way up and back to downward facing dog. And then exhale, round forward, falling forward, coming to a nice high plank one more time. Don't let the belly sag here. You want to keep it nice and tight and long. So engaging through, creating length from the shoulders to the hips. Inhale up and back. Exhale, coming forward. Maybe on this last one, you walk the big toes to touch, just to see how you're doing. And then inhale up and back. Right leg lifts up, look between the hands. One more time, we're going to step through between the hands. Left knee comes down, reach all the way up. Sink low, low lunge. Look up. Both hands come down either side of the front foot. Lift the left knee, step left foot to meet right. Forward fold, doesn't matter how wide the feet are. Inhale, half lift. Beautiful. We're going to step that left foot back. Left foot steps back. Crescent warrior, high lunge all the way up. We're going to hold here. Same thing we did on the other side, only this time the knee's off the mat. So the hips are both forward, the knee is stacked right over the ankle, you're sitting down nice and low, and you're tucking your tailbone down. Arms reach. Look up. Relax your shoulders. Maybe relax your face. It's just yoga. And then go ahead and exhale. Breathe out as you bring both hands to the mat. Slide left foot forward about 6 inches. Plant that left foot down. This is a really great place for a block if you like. Maybe come into a flat back here. You can use your shin if you don't have a block. Square off your hips. So swivel that left hip forward and then fold down over the right leg. If you don't need the block, and you can reach your fingers forward of your big toes, you can certainly do that. That right leg is straight. Inhale, bend into the right knee, step left foot to meet the right. Big toes touch here, sit way back, and then lift head, heart, and shoulders into a chair pose. Maybe reach the arms out long. Maybe none of those things happen. Maybe you look down, maybe you look up, maybe you look wherever the heck you want. And then we're going all the way down to the ground from here. So we're gonna lower, 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 lower. Use your hands if you want. Right foot lifts off the mat. Left foot lifts off the mat. Squeeze the legs together and maybe float the hands out by the shins. Navasana, or boat pose. I gotta move my mic. And then we're just going to lower down. Lower, lower, lower. Ardha Navasana, half boat, all the way down to the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Right knee comes right over the hips. You're going to peel the left shoulder off the mat towards the right knee. And then we're just going to switch. 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 4, 5. Both knees come over the hips, cross the ankles, and roll forward. Plant your hands and step back. Find your way to downward facing dog. You might have to realign yourself on your mat. That's okay. Left leg reaches on the inhale. Step it through on the exhale. Right knee comes down to the mat. Release the right toes. Low lunge. Sweep the arms up. Both hands down either side of that left foot. Curl the toes under on the right foot. Step forward. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Maybe this forward fold is getting deeper. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Beautiful. Right foot steps back. Left foot is forward, right foot is back. Reach the arms up, crescent warrior. We're going to hold here. Maybe you interlace the fingers this time. Press the biceps back by the ears. If you're tight through the back leg, the hip flexors there, you can bend slightly through the knee. Maybe hands stay a cactus. Both hands come down either side of that front foot. Slide that right foot forward about 6 inches. Plant that foot down about a 45-degree angle. Swivel the hips so the right hip swivels forward, left hip swivels back, and fold over that left leg or your block. Find a nice half lift here. Slightly bend into that left foot. Right foot comes forward to meet the left. Big toes touch. Sit down nice and low. Inhale all the way up. Chair pose. Exhale, maybe you sit a little lower. Inhale, find length. Exhale, we're coming all the way down to the mat and all the way into your boat. Navasana. So knees squeeze together, arms reach. Perhaps you want a full boat here with the arms nice and long. And then we're going to lower down Ardha Navasana. Maybe you lower one leg at a time and come all the way down to the mat. Hands interlace behind your fingers. Left knee stacks over the hip. Right shoulder, left knee. Peel the shoulder off the mat. Lift the right leg. And then switch. Switch. That's 4. And we end on the left. Cross the ankles. Roll all the way up. Pop, walk, hop, however you want to find your way up and back. Downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Find your way to your plank shape. Top of your push-up. Hands are underneath your shoulders, looking right down below your nose. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Zip up the belly. Inhale, press forward on the toes so the shoulders go past the fingers, and then inhale, hips up and back, roll over those toes, plant the heels down-ish, and drop the head. Downward facing dog. Rolling forward, finding your way back to that plank. Inhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward. We are going to add on this time. Go ahead and inhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Keep that leg square. Press the heel to the mat. Now open the hip, bend the knee, flex the foot. We're going to pull that knee in towards the nose. Pull it in, hollow out the belly, round forward over that hand, those hands. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, Bandha Charger, knee to nose, roll forward. Inhale, up and open, three-legged dog. Exhale, step between the hands, knee to nose, look where your foot's going. Plant the right foot in between the hands. Left foot spins down, plant the pinky toe side. Right heel lines up with left arch. Warrior 2, right arm forward, left arm back. Sink deeply into the right knee. Look over the right hand. Take a breath. That was a lot. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior here. So left hand slides down the left leg, right arm reaches behind you. Exhale, you're going to bring that right elbow inside the hip crease, creating a little table. Palm is up, like you're holding a glass of wine. Left arm reaches up, spin that left shoulder open. Beautiful. Go ahead and reverse this warrior. Keep that knee bent. Reverse. Left arm down, right arm up. Duke. Beautiful. Back into your warrior 2. We're going to bring that back hand. That left hand is going to sweep forward. Lift the heel on the back foot. Left hand down. Right arm reaches up. This is another good place for a block. Inside the foot. Sinking low. If you have a block here, you're going to want to get rid of it. Go ahead and move it off to the side. Put that left hand right underneath the shoulder. Right arm reaches up. And then spin to the outside of that left foot as you slide the right foot back and stack it on top of the left. Side plank. From here, go ahead and step the right foot in front of the left, bring the left knee down to the mat, and then scoop the right hand underneath, reach behind you as you thread the needle. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, reach. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, reach. All the way up and open, back to that side plank, left knee lifts, stacking the feet. Both hands down on the mat, come onto your toes, find your way to a plank shape. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, open the hip, bend the knee, flex the foot. We're going to bring that knee to the nose, round through the back, reach forward, come way up onto the right toes, reaching forward. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, knee to nose, round forward. Inhale, up and open, three-legged dog. Look between the hands, see where you're going. Step the left foot to meet or in between the hands. Spin the right foot down, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Look forward. Nice. Flip the palm. Right hand slides down the back leg. Left arm reaches up. Bend deeply into that left knee. See if you can lift the right arch off the mat. Maybe look up. Left elbow, left hip crease, creating that little shelf. Right arm reaches up. Open up, spin that right shoulder open. Maybe look up. Reverse. Beautiful. We're going to come into that revolve. You're going to bring that right hand forward inside the left foot. Right heel spins up, left arm reaches up. Again, coming to the block or the floor. Look up. Maybe stepping that foot back. Whoop. Stacking left foot on top of right. And then placing left foot on the mat, just in front of the right. Right knee comes down for this first one. Threading the needle, skip it through or scoop it through, that's the word. Reaching for behind you. Ring out through the back. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, ring it out and reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ring it out and reach. Inhale all the way up. Plant that left foot down. Step back with that right foot. Look up. Both hands come to the mat. Vinyasa. Go ahead and push forward on the toes so the shoulders are just past the fingertips. Lower down halfway. Scoop through and up for up dog. Exhale, down dog. Head's heavy here. This is a great place for a child's pose if you need a break. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving. Right leg lifts, keep it square. Exhale, step through. Right foot plants between the hands, left knee comes down. Inhale, reach up, low lunge. Exhale, hands either side of the right foot. Step forward with the left foot, forward fold. Feet can be wide. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, crescent warrior, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands either side of the right foot. Lift the left foot off the mat so you can step forward 6 inches, plant that foot down, square the hips, fold over a straight right leg. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step forward, big toes touch, sink down, chair pose, one exhale breath. Inhale, find length. Exhale, lower down, sit. Navasana, boat pose. Coming all the way down, Ardha Navasana or half boat, all the way to the mat. Interlace the fingers, right knee over the hips, left shoulder, right knee, and twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Cross the ankles, roll forward, pop back, walk back, hop back, slide back. Downward facing dog. Still on the right side, right leg lifts. Open the hip, bend the knee, flex the foot. Inhale, knee to nose, just one time this time. Look between the hands, step that right foot between the hands. Left foot plants, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse to your warrior. On this one, extended side angle. So your right elbow can come to your knee or inside your right foot, left arm reaches up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, revolved crescent. Left arm comes forward, left heel spins up, right arm reaches. Nice. Left leg steps back. Taking any modification you need here, we're going to scoop that right arm underneath, reach underneath, lift the left hip up, inhale up and open. If you want a little extra, you can step your right foot in front of your left. Exhale, reach, lift on the inhale. Last one, reach all the way up. Both hands down, downward facing dog. Right to the other side, left leg reaches, look between the hands, left foot plants between the hands, right knee comes down, low lunge, all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, both hands plant, step forward, forward fold. Doesn't matter how wide the feet are. Inhale, half lift. Right foot steps back, crescent warrior or high lunge. Look up. Hands plant either side of that left foot. Right foot slides forward about 6 inches. Straight left leg. Swivel those hips. Square them off and fold. Inhale, look up. Flat back. Exhale, step right foot to meet left. Big toes touch, sit, low chair pose. Inhale, find length. Exhale, sit down. Boat pose, your version. Half boat, stretch the legs out nice and long. Reach down, float over the mat. Lower all the way down. Fingers interlace. Right foot stacks over the, right knee stacks over the hip. Left elbow, right knee. Twist. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the ankles and float, walk, hop, however you want to get back. Whoop, all the way back, down dog. Not done yet, left leg reaches, open the hip, bend the knee, flex the foot. Knee comes into the nose, look forward, plant that left foot in between the hands, warrior two, sweep the right arm back, left arm forward. Look forward. Flip the palm, reverse. Left fingertips to the mat, inside the left hands maybe, or inside the left foot, maybe right arm reaches up, maybe look up, maybe look down, maybe close your eyes. Reverse that warrior. Keep that knee bent. We're going to swivel around, right toes come to the mat, ball of the right foot, right heels lift, right hand down inside left foot, left hand to the sky. Let's find that side plank. Press into the right hand, slide the left foot back, stack the feet. If you need a little bit of extra, there's nothing wrong with that. Step that left foot forward and then scoop the left hand underneath the right armpit and look out over the right shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, reach. Last one. Reach. All the way up. Beautiful. Both hands down on the mat. Child's pose. Knees come nice and wide. Big toes touch. Reach those arms out nice and long in front of you. Take a breath. Just about 3 more rounds of breath here. And here we go. Look forward, spread the fingers wide, Slide the knees in towards each other. Curl the toes under and sweep the hips up and back. Big toes come together. Right leg is going to reach up and back. Keep those hips square, shoulders square. Look between the hands. Step forward. Right foot in between the hands. Keep the left knee off the mat. Crescent warrior or high lunge all the way up. Look up. Maybe lift the heart. Hands come to heart center. We're going to hinge forward. Push onto the ball of the left foot so that you're really drilling down through the right foot. Maybe slide the left foot forward about an inch or two. And then we're going to keep that right knee bent, float the left foot off the mat. And then straighten into the right leg. Square the hips here. Beautiful. Maybe reach the arms out overhead in front of you, keeping the hips square. Hands come back to heart center. We're going to lift the head, heart, and shoulders. Bring that left foot inside the inside seam of the right foot. Tree pose. So maybe just at the calf. Maybe all the way down at the ground. Maybe you use your hand to help you and you bring it a little higher. Once you find your tree or your shrubbery, grow your branches. Open up. Lift the heart. Maybe soften your face. Hands come together. Heart center. Go ahead and release the left foot, but we're not done yet. We're going to kick that left foot back. Hinge at the hips. Find your way back to warrior three. Hips square. Flex the foot. Bend through the right knee so you can put the hands on the mat and then sweep the left leg up and open, standing split. Now your version of standing split might be an actual split. It might be left toes on the mat. It might be somewhere in between. It might look more like a supported warrior. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe you play around, bring the right hand behind the right leg. Maybe you float the left fingertips off the mat. Balance isn't happening for me today. Both hands come to the mat. We're going to bring that left knee behind the right leg and we're going to lower down. We're going to bend the right knee as we bring the left knee down the back of the right leg. Inhale, up and open, standing split. Extend the left leg. Straighten the right leg. Squat down one more time. Left knee behind the right leg. Slide it down the leg towards the ankle. Inhale, up and open, standing split. Last time, knee comes in, slides all the way down. We sit all the way down. Both hips on the mat. Right foot crossed over the left. Left knee bent. Left foot's actually by your right hip. Left hand comes behind you. Right arm reaches up. Nice, find length. And then spin that right hand behind you. Perfect. Right arm or left arm reaches up. Continue to look behind you, behind the right arm. Hook the left elbow on the right knee. So now you're in a nice little twist. Big stretch here. Go ahead and unwind, unravel. Hands come down to the front of the mat. Come forward onto your left shin, place the right foot on the mat, and then step back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Probably feels a little stretchy. Second side, big toes touch. Look forward, left leg reaches up and back. Step between the hands, plant that left foot down. Nice. Crescent warrior, high lunge. Sink low and deep into the shape. Relax your shoulders. Hands come to heart center. Hinging at the hips, floating the right leg off the mat, looking down below your nose. Once you hinge, You can lift the body off the hips. Swivel the hips so the right hip is down, the left hip is up. Hands are directly underneath you. Flex the right foot like you're going to plant it on a windowsill behind you. And then reach the hands forward. Nice, let's find that tree pose. That right foot is coming all the way up with you. Sit down, stand up nice and tall. Plant that right foot wherever it feels right. Spin the right knee open up the hip here. Maybe the arms reach up. Nice big tree. Perfect. We're going to hinge and fold. Hands come to heart center. Release the right foot. Straighten the hips. Kick the right foot back. Through that warrior three as the fingertips come to the mat. Right leg reaches up. Now standing split could be open hips, closed hips, whatever feels best for you. Maybe you play with your balance on this side. This side is definitely my more cooperative. Both fingertips on the ankle. And then go ahead and plant the fingertips on the mat, whether they're there or not. And then go ahead and bring the right knee behind the left. Squat down nice and low. Right knee hovers over the mat. Inhale, up and open, standing split. Exhale, squat low. Inhale, lift. And last one, squatting nice and low, tuck the right knee behind the left, sit down very, very low, all the way down onto that right shin. Left foot is on the floor. Nice. So we start off, right hand comes behind you, left arm reaches up. And then sweep that right hand or left hand back behind you, right arm opens up, look behind you. Scoop the right elbow outside the left leg. Look over that left shoulder. So whatever you want to do with your hand here. Fancy little mudra, just let it flop, whatever. Lift up nice and tall, turn and look over the left shoulder. If you get mixed up from left to right, don't worry about it. You can hit pause and go through the other side if you remember it. You could play it again, or you could just skip it. Everything in life is not symmetrical. Sometimes things just happen more on one side than the other. Go ahead and unwind, unravel. Both hands come down. Go ahead and plant the hands, come up onto the right shin, left foot, and then step back or hop back through your downward facing dog. Head super heavy here, heels come to the mat. Top of the head is heavy. And then just pedal it out. Go ahead and walk your feet about halfway up your mat. Walk your hands about halfway back your mat. So now you're in a forward fold about the middle of your mat. You can make it the middle of the mat. And fold. Find a nice half lift here. Come way up onto the toes. Open the knees, so bring heels together, heels and toes together, and then sit down, much like we did before, only now you're in between the legs, and then sit back. Hooey! Nice, all the way down onto the mat. We're going to roll onto our backs. Go ahead and bring your knees into the heart space. Maybe rocking a little right to left. Then plant your feet on the mat. So toes are facing forward, so your feet are on like they're on railroad tracks, but walk them out so they're about the width of your mat. And then go ahead and slide your knees over towards the left and just let them fall to the side. Hands can go wherever you, I like them on my belly. You can put them on the mat. Close the eyes. Relax into the shape. Try not to overthink it. And then go ahead and press the feet into the mat, lift the knees back up, realign the spine, and then just let the hips fall over towards the other side. Maybe turn your head the other direction if you had it one way or the other. Coming back into that bridge shape, you can use your hands to push the legs back up or just use the strength of the legs. Walk your feet so that they're hip width, and then using your block on the lowest level, go ahead and lift the hips up, slide the block underneath, and just settle down onto the block. So you want your hips securely settled on the block for this one. Taking a nice, easy, gentle inversion, supported bridge. You can walk your feet out wide and let the knees fall in, or even if you want a little bit more length through the front body, you can walk your feet out nice and long and stretch through the whole front body. If that's not comfortable for you, you can come back to that bridge pose, adjust, revisit that shape. And then using your hands, press the feet into the mat, lift the hips up, slide that block out from underneath, and then come all the way back down onto the mat. Working your way towards your Shavasana shape, extending the left leg long down to the left corner, the right leg long down towards the right corner. Melting into the mat, relaxing the shoulders. And then feel free to spend as long as you have in your Shavasana shape. Don't gyp yourself the benefits of the Shavasana by cutting it short. Give yourself at least a minute there, about 10, 12 rounds of breath before moving on to the next thing. Just allow the body to absorb everything that you did. Get used to all the different ways that you moved. Appreciate all the things that your body will do for you. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. Have a fabulous day. Namaste.